told me, even if you die, I'm not coming back. But why? Subscribe. The ending changes everything. And don't forget the like and bell. Unexpected encounters. An unforgettable day. Amidst the bustling city, Seo-yeon stood on the sidewalk, her eyes glued to her phone screen, a visible tension in her shoulders. It seemed her day was far from over, and fatigue etched itself onto her young features. Seo-yeon. Sighing deeply, she muttered to herself, barely audible as she stared at a waiting list on her phone. I'm done. You're number 184 on the waiting list, and it's expected to take 90 minutes. He should check his friend's circle updates, shouldn't he? Oh, little Yan from the Z household, you're useless. Suddenly, she stopped complaining, narrowing her eyes as she focused on the screen. A faint smile, weary but hopeful, crept onto her face. It's almost my turn. Patience is key. Moments later, Seo-yeon emerged from a cozy-looking cafe, massaging her neck with obvious weariness. The fresh air touched her face, but it wasn't enough to dispel the exhaustion of long work hours. She didn't expect anyone to be there, but Adam was leaning against the cafe wall opposite, observing passers-by with quiet detachment. Adam. Lifting his head, he noticed her exit, his calm voice cutting through the street noise. Did you just finish work? Seo-yeon. Startled by his presence, she paused for a moment, then nodded, straightening herself. Yes, I was working overtime. To herself, a hint of surprise and recognition surfaced. Oh, it's the guy from the cafe. Adam. A faint smile played on his lips, adding a touch of warmth to his composed features. Hey! There aren't many customers right now, so I came out to get some fresh air and saw you. A brief silence followed. Then Adam remembered something important. He reached behind his back, pulling out a small, elegant box, seemingly containing delicious pastries. Adam. Oh, right. Wait a moment. Did you want this afternoon? There weren't any left then. The pastry chef came later, and I asked her to prepare 2 for you when you returned. I saved it for you. You can have it. If you don't take it, it'll be thrown away. I don't eat sweets, so... Seo-yeon. She looked at the charming box, then at his eyes, with a mix of confusion and curiosity. She hadn't expected this unexpected kindness. At this very moment, Joon-ho suddenly appeared, approaching Seo-yeon with confident, direct steps. His presence seemed to surprise both Adam and Seo-yeon. Joon-ho. He took Seo-yeon's hand gently, pulling her along before she could object, his voice slightly raised with a light chuckle. Did you pay for it? Let's go. Seo-yeon. She laughed softly, following his steps, still processing the situation, casting a quick, apologetic, and bewildered glance back at Adam. Hey, okay. Joon-ho and Seo-yeon walked side by side down the busy city street. The sounds of cars, people's chatter, and children's laughter intertwined, creating a lively backdrop for their day. Seo-yeon opened the box, inhaled the fresh pastry scent, and took a bite. Seo-yeon. Looking at Joon-ho with curiosity, the pastry in her hand. I thought it wouldn't come. Referring to the pastry she had been waiting for. Joon-ho. He shook his head with a slight sarcastic smile, yet with some warmth. You're brave enough to eat things strangers offer you. Seo-yeon. She laughed and took another bite of the pastry, her eyes twinkling mischievously. I've met her more than you have. A short while later, they approached a car parked on the side of the road. Joon-ho opened the driver's door for Seo-yeon, and Mina, a girl with mauve hair, appeared, holding a cup of coffee and looking at them with a mix of curiosity and surprise. Joon-ho. Calmly, he turned to Seo-yeon. Am I your driver? Why don't you sit in the front? Mina. Stepping forward with a wide smile, addressing Joon-ho. Look, Joon-ho. Now I see how you've been writing such excellent articles all this time. So, you have connections. You have contacts. Seo-yeon. turning towards Mina with a slightly sharp tone, questioning, "Who's talking about me behind my back?" Joon-ho. Ignoring Mina's comment, he turned to Seo-yeon with a smile. "What do you want to eat? I'll take you there." Seo-yeon, her eyes gleamed with excitement. "With me? Very delicious." Then she gave him a wide smile. "Thank you for inviting me for noodles, boss. I'll eat them." She paused, noticing something. "So, you're not eating?" Mina. Overhearing their conversation, she suddenly began to cough exaggeratedly. "Cough! Cough! I'm not feeling well. I'll go to the restroom. I've lost my appetite." Mina abruptly walked away, leaving behind an air of unanswered questions. A short while later, inside the restaurant, Joon-ho and Seo-yeon sat at a table. A group of young men, Joon-ho's old classmates, Kyung-ho and Hyun-woo, along with Jae-wook, sat at a nearby table. Kyung-ho and Hyun-woo began speaking loudly amongst themselves about Joon-ho's past relationship, while Joon-ho listened to them with obvious tension, completely silent, and Seo-yeon observed the scene. Kyung-ho, speaking loudly, addressing Hyun-woo, but his voice was loud enough for Joon-ho to hear. "Hey, Joon-ho, we've been classmates for years. Come on, tell us the truth." Hyun-woo, adding with curiosity, as if interrogating Kyung-ho, "Why did you suddenly break up with Chung Shui? Perhaps Chung Shui was Mina or another character." Side glances were cast at Joon-ho, who remained completely silent, clear signs of discomfort on his face as he avoided eye contact. He might have glanced quickly at Seo-yeon. Seo-yeon noticed the tension in him. Kyung-ho. Surprised, he lightly tapped the table, continuing his conversation with Hyun-woo. "I thought you two were a good match. You're usually so easygoing, so what happened?" Hyun-woo, adding in disbelief. "Yeah, we even talked about where we'd watch your wedding." Kyung-ho. "It's such a shame you broke up." Joon-ho. After a long, uncomfortable silence, Joon-ho suddenly interjected, cutting off his friend's discussion with sharp, conclusive words, his eyes fixed on Seo-yeon's face to gauge her reaction. "Everyone says you two looked good together. So scary."